Hi friends online. I had like a really intense dream slash nightmare last night, and so I want to share it with you all. I couldn't figure out how to like do two screens so that I could read from my notes from the dream and record a video, so I did a screen recording with like my note that I took about the dream. I'll put that in here. I was at a house party with this guy Cody, who was an ex, and he was cooking for everyone on the grill. And I had to go to the store to get myself more cigarettes, and I said that I'd get him some nice ones because he asked for like really shitty ones, and I was like, no, I'll get you some nice ones, like. And so then the house was in this scary neighborhood where like people wanted to like attack me, like rob or rape me or whatever, and so I had to like run all the way to this like store evading like scary people, and like I went past some bushes. And like I could hear people talking like really closely to me, and they were like talking about jumping out to kidnap me. So I had to go through these like different like portals and take like elevators to get somewhere. Like I could see this convenience store, but I went in and they didn't sell cigarettes for some reason. So I had to like take all these different like pathways to get to this head shop that sold cigarettes, and I had it taken so much to get there that when I got there I only bought myself cigarettes, and I forgot to get them for him because I was just like thinking about myself, like being selfish. And I only realized that I didn't have cigarettes for him when I was getting ready to meet him at a diner to give him his cigarettes. I looked at him through the window and he was sitting there looking all sad, and I realized like, oh my god, I forgot to get him cigarettes. I can't just go in there and be like, oh yeah, I got myself cigarettes and didn't get them for you, when he was like already sad. So then I had to go back to the head shop, but I couldn't remember how I got there. So I got onto this elevator, like I ran back to this like building. I was like, I know I took an elevator in here, and I got on the wrong elevator, and it was like a horror elevator, and it took me to all these different like scary places where people were like dead or dying. And so the first place I opened up to had these like zombies, and they were trying to grab me off the elevator, and I like barely closed the door in time, and I was like, oh my god, that's the wrong level. And so I pressed another button, and the next level was the shoeman, which is stupid. I know he's probably not even real, but if you guys have like followed Shiloh Hill, the WWE guy, he like made up this fake fucking like serial killer, dark web serial killer story, but it was like the shoeman's like lair. And I was like, oh my god, this is the completely like entirely wrong elevator. This is a horror elevator. So finally I got off it, and I thought I was going back to the main place I had been at to try and find the right elevator. But then I was like in a courtroom and I saw my dad. And so I ran and sat next to him, and I tried to tell him about the horror elevator. And he was like, you don't have to go back there. You're here now, blah, 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 like trying to comfort me. But then I looked at the court paperwork. It was like this pink paper. And I looked at his court paperwork, and I saw that someone from the horror realm had followed me back here and was pretending to be the judge to send me back to the like horror elevator. Like maybe it was the shoeman or something. I don't remember the name. So I started yelling about like what was happening, and everyone in the courtroom looked at me like I was crazy. But I saw the guy's name on the paperwork, and I like recognized it as like the guy from the horror realm. And like it was stupid. On his like on the paperwork next to his name, it just said parentheses manager instead of like the judge. But I knew like with dream logic that it meant that he was the manager of like that horror elevator, and he was faking his way into this like court realm to kidnap me back there. And then in real life my son woke me up, and yeah, it was weird. And so yeah, that was the dream. It was really intense and like scary, and I know it sounds like ridiculous, absurd, and stupid, but like when I was in it, it was very terrifying. And I know none of it makes sense. It's just using dream logic, you know. It's all dream logic in there. Like I don't. It's silly, but it just felt so like real while I was in it, and so I don't know. I like have been remembering a lot more dreams like since I like completely stopped smoking cannabis. And I don't know, it kind of reminded me like last night reminded me like why I didn't want to remember my dreams anymore, and it's because I'll like have nightmares and stuff. And I don't know, I don't do like horror movies or scary things because I don't deal with like scary stuff well at all. And yeah. It's not fun. I don't even watch scary movies. The scariest thing I've seen recently has been the shoeman saga from Shiloh Hill, and that's probably all fake, you know. But I don't know. Yeah. Thanks for listening, guys. It was freaking, I don't know. Tell me about your weird dreams if you got them. Distract me. Bye.